Hello friend, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you crafty kittens are doing well. If this is your first time, I invite you to join us. We are going to talk about a challenge that we are working on. It's the December challenge that Ms Judy at Scrapbook Loft has given to us. And basically in October we had to send her some ugly paper. And so I did show that either in the video before, or I've attached that into it's on the earlier part of this video. And these are the three kind of little bags that they came in. And so the goal was to make 3 sets of 2 cards and 1 ATC card. And so I've done that, and so I want to share that. Let me go ahead and show you what I've got left over from that, okay, so that you can get an idea. So I did get to use quite a bit. I did have to add in obviously my things that I like, but I was certainly able to use most of that. And so we had this kind of like pink paper, and so that was a good, it looks like it has like snow on it or something like that, really cute. And then there's this paper that just had words in it, and it was very difficult for me to use because it didn't have any Christmas words or anything, but it's a really nice cardstock, and so I was able to use the back to layer, because I think the secret to making really cute cards and ATC cards is the layering. And so having some nice cardstock to layer is fabulous, so that was good. Then I had this paper, which was actually a little thicker, but what I did is I pulled it off. I peeled it. When you get some double-sided paper, you can peel it. I mean, it is tricky because if you don't do it right, you could ruin it. So it's kind of tricky, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I did end up using the other side. This side, it didn't kind of work out because what I did was this kind of embellishment, which is actually really cute, but it didn't go with any of the cards or the ATC cards that I made. So I didn't get to use it, but I'll probably use it for something else. And here's again that paper that was probably the hardest to use for me, because I couldn't actually use the side that you can see the images or the letters in this case. So, but I was able to, again, use it as white cardstock that I can to die cut some of these layers, because I definitely used some layers. And then, again, this is me peeling the double-sided paper. And again, if you can manage to do it very calmly, you know, if you're in a hurry or you're like stressed that day, you may not want to do that because you'll break it. But yeah, I mean, this is just something that you can do. At the time, I wanted to peel the back off because I felt like I can use that, and I didn't want to waste this side, if that makes any sense. So that's that, and then this is the rest of the stuff that's left over. And again, I think you could probably see some of it is double-sided, and you know, some of it is not. And then this is another one that's really hard to use for Christmas because it's like these bolt pins, and so they don't really go with Christmas very much, at least not for me. And then here's again this like lime green. And yeah, so I used everything else, and so I'm very excited to show that here. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with the ATC cards. They are so cute. Here is one. This is Noel. And so I used the ugly, and when I say ugly, guys, please be aware that I say that in quotes, because I think the goal with Ms Judy was to help us to remember that it rarely, I mean, very seldom is it truly ugly paper. You know, in most cases it's just paper that we are not going to use or can't use or are not inspired to use at the moment, but that doesn't mean that we can't use it. And so it gives us a little bit more chance to use our stash and use the things that we have. Here is the ugly paper, and this was an image from an ugly paper. And then I did cut out this circle and this image and put it on that circle. Tip, if y'all are doing these and you want them to come out cute, I recommend that you use watercolor paper, or at least a pretty good cardstock, because I've noticed that the thicker you go, I mean, you don't want to get crazy chipboard, I don't think, but if you go at least watercolor paper, or close to it, that your images, it just, I don't know what it is, but it just makes things look better. Okay, so there's that one. And then there's this one. This is the one that I did matte. Again, this little, I matted this little one. And then punched out this sentiment, and then I punched out this from one of those papers that I couldn't use it as a background and to use it as layering pieces. And what I did is this color, this like turquoisey kind of blue green, is the same or similar color to this here, and so I just used a distress ink to kind of make that happen. But I did use, in addition to the ugly paper, because this was from the ugly paper, and like I said, the background on that is from the ugly paper, but the actual sentiment, I got it from a paper, from a scrapbook paper that had these cutouts that I got at Joann's. And so if you guys are wanting to get ideas, find you some pretty scrapbook paper that has sentiments on it, or maybe you already have your sentiments, but this is what I used. And I like that scrapbook paper because for like 79 cents I was able to get, each page is about 79 cents, and then I think I had a coupon. So it's fairly affordable, and you can, get something cute. So then there's this ugly paper that had that kind of sea beach theme, and because it had kind of a pastel-y color, the pink and the turquoise, I went ahead and went with it and added, this was my paper, and this is that one of those little from this little scrapbook paper, and this is actually from the ugly paper too, this green little strip right there, and that. And so then I put a little sticker Christmas tree and a little blingy pink blingy bling on the top as like a little star. So I think that is darling, and it says tidings of comfort and joy, which I think is kind of cool. Tidings could be also for the ocean, but anyway. Cutie. So there's the third one. Now we were only supposed to make 3 because it's one per set, but I made an extra because I want Ms Judy to choose one. She can choose either any of it. Doesn't have to be this one. It could be any of them. This one also has like the sea theme, and again I was able to kind of incorporate the colors a little bit. And it's got some gemmies on the top. On this one's got 3 gems on the flowers centers. So I think that turned out real cute. Same thing with the cards. We were supposed to make 6 total, and I ended up making 7. So again, Ms Judy, you get to choose one, whichever one you like. Okay, so let's start with this one. Just a pretty, it's very classic, I think. And this was the ugly paper right here. And I had to add this, and I did back it up. Again, doing the layering, the backing up, matting of the papers definitely is what I think gives it a very nice look. And so again, this is from that scrapbook paper. It was one of these that was facing this way like that. So I think that came out really cute. This is quite a big card. It barely fit in the 6x9 envelopes, but it does. It's not super embellished or anything, but I think it's really cute. And so that's my card number 1. Then my second card is this one. Again, the ugly paper is the green, and also this one, in fact. And so I thought that was cool that I was able to use so much of it. And I happen to have this little tag, and then again this little these little guys came from this, and again I matted it, and so I think that's what made it look really cute. So I'm pretty proud of these. I like them quite a bit. Again, it has information in the back. And then this is the third one, and yeah, the ugly paper is this one right here. I gotta put a little more glue here. And then this one. And I added this image and I matted it in black, and I added this image and matted it in black as well. And then it has a little bling on the flower there, a little red, little kind of rhinestone thingy. So, and then I added this little gold foil as well. So I didn't foil it, I just had an old Christmas card that I recycled that strip. So that's another thing to do if you have, and actually this big image right here with the Santa, I also recycled that old Christmas card, you know, so to make it like that. Alrighty, so then this is number, I think 4, is this number 4? I think so. Okay, so this one, I think I really like it because it's got that little pearlized finish, and what it is, this is an old Christmas card that I had, or not a card but like a postcard, and yeah, I was able to cover up the image that was here with the ugly paper, or with the gifted paper, and that's pretty much all that I did to this one, because I actually, what I did is I went through some old Christmas cards and old postcards that people send you, and I found a lot of these images, and I thought, you know, these would be great to incorporate, and it was just such a good idea to, you know, use Ms Judy's challenge for this, I think. And I did put this little strip of ribbon there, just to kind of tie it all up, and then this is a little image again from here. Again, these little images, if you back them up and you mat them, it just gives it a very cute look on a card. So did that here. And then number 5 is this cutie pie that says joyful, and yeah, I just made this, and actually it's kind of a funny story, but maybe it's for another time. But anyway, this is the ugly paper. You could barely see it. It's this yellow that's right in the back. So I didn't really, I feel like maybe I did cover up most of it, but even though it's a very little amount that you can see, because I put this big image on top, I like that the little bit of yellow that's in there really pops, makes the whole card pop, and makes this joyful pop a little bit too. And so I like that. And then I have these little flat back pearls on there, and I think that turned out really cute. Okay, and so I've got 2 more. I had some smaller ones. Again, you recognize this paper. And again, I matted one of those images from the scrapbook paper. I fussy cut one of these. This says Peace on Earth. And then there's 3 little rhinestones and one on the top here. So these are teeny tiny. And then there's a tiny bit bigger one here on the top. So, and then the paper that's underneath that green and that kind of like snow looking paper in here, all these are the ugly scrapbook paper. I just layered them, so that's how that made it look like that. Okay, then we've got this one here, which I think came out really cute, considering that this is not Christmas paper at all. So I had this tag, and this is one of these little scrapbook bits, again, that I matted with the white watercolor paper. And then I added these 3 red rhinestones right there. And I think that's really pretty. And so yeah, it's got this paper. What I like about it is it looks like it's lace. You know, I don't know if you could see it on camera, but the background looks like it's a little lace. And I think it's just so elegant, and it turned out so cute. And then it says deck the halls, which makes sense, right? It kind of makes sense with the theme too. So I really loved making that, really enjoyed that. I thought that was so fun. So that's it, guys. That's what I've got. And like I said, I did use a few little I think I used one sticker, some embellishments, you know, little rhinestones. I gotta say, probably the main thing for me was matting. So if you find some images, and you cut either fussy cut or mortar and then mat them, and make some of them maybe round and layer them. That's another cute way that I found that makes cards of different kinds look really good. So that's my take. I hope that this was inspiring and helpful. Maybe you picked up a few ideas. I know that I do. A lot of the ideas that I come up with and the things that I've learned, believe it or not, I've learned on YouTube. So I hope to be sharing that back. If you did like that, please be sure and comment below. Also, be sure and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And hit the subscribe button if you would like to subscribe. And don't forget the notification bell. I don't do a bunch of videos. I maybe do one a week or something like that on average. And so you're not going to be bombarded by my videos. But if you do like them and you appreciate them and you want to see them, you probably want to go ahead and hit that all button so that you will be notified when I have a new video for you. Love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.